Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. And you know what today is? I'm finally here at BlueShine getting my new setup. You've seen me backing it into the shop here, and David already been going over a bunch of crazy ideas he has. I'm just gonna leave it up to him and let him do whatever he wants. So I'm dropping it off with him today, and I will be here over the next 2 weeks almost every day. So I wanna invite all of you guys to come down here and meet me, meet David, meet Gabby, talk about your setup. I'm gonna also be selling a lot of my things, my old things in my setup. So guys, come on down to BlueShine in Commerce, but stay tuned because I'm going to be filming every little inch of this build process, the teardown, the installation, the reveal. It's going to be crazy, you guys. So thank you, Gabby, so much. And thank you, David. And you want to say a couple things about to the viewers about coming down?
Muchas gracias, soy Gaby, ya Brandon me presentó. Agradecidos porque Brandon confía en nosotros y créanme que BlueShine va a hacer magia en esta camioneta. Es un proceso que va a ser un poquito largo, pero va a ser con mucho amor, mucho corazón para que ustedes vean lo que BlueShine puede hacer.
Let's get into the video. We're gonna show some of the stuff in the shop. They got a couple cool vans in there. They got a retail shop in the front, and I'm gonna get out of these guys' way so they can get to work. Just a quick look at what the van looks like before. Everything is getting taken out, every piece of material. So you've already seen this van so many times, so I'm just gonna go show you a real quick before. This is what it looks like. This is called a double stack, where you got your water tank here and then all of your stuff up there. We're gonna completely refigure everything. It's gonna be a completely different layout. So that's pretty much the setup, you guys. Looking forward to getting the new outline. Like all the reels are gonna be up here. There's gonna be a big toolbox over on this side. Instead of this shelf, we're gonna have a toolbox here. And that's pretty much what we've spoke about so far. The rest is going to be kind of a surprise, guys, so let's stay tuned for the results. Just to show you what they're doing in here, they always have a couple vans that they're working on, and right now it looks like they're working on 2 large vans. They're both the large Ram ProMasters. I have the ProMaster City. These are the ProMaster 1500s. They're basically a large van, and you can see some of the detail work that they're doing. Like these doors look absolutely beautiful. And right now, both of these vans have been lined with diamond plate, and they're just in here working. Here's their welding shop. The welding shop is pretty much a large scale welding area. So they're set up to do a ton of welding in here, you guys. They got a bunch of inventory, things that they have stockpiled over there in that corner, chemicals down there. We'll go into the retail shop real quick, but let me give you a real quick look at what's going on right here. So this is what I'm excited to get. These are BlueShine bottle racks. They're kind of similar to my MagShine ones, but what I'm excited to have is their logo in my van. I just think BlueShine logo is really cool. This one has a BlueShine logo here. BlueShine brush holder, really like that right there. Probably gonna ask if I can get one just like that. You have BlueShine bottle holders. This is like a textured red color. This is my dream van, you guys. I've been wanting a van like this so bad, but vans are so expensive. That's the most expensive part of the build, is getting the van. So I've just stuck with my little modest van, my ProMaster City 2018, only has around 30,000 miles on it. But this van is pretty nice. There's the same air compressor I'm getting. There's a toolbox from Harbor Freight US General. I'm getting one similar, but it's more taller and narrow. This is a giant water tank. I would say that's probably close to 300-gallon water tank. And you have these captain chairs where the actual driver and passenger are risen up like on a captain chair, bird eye view style. These are just a really, really nice ride. Crazy cool user experience driving one of these big vans. They're built to last. The Ram 1500 ProMaster. So we're about to enter into BlueShine retail shop, And you know how businesses are, they're always improving. And since I've been here last, the shop looks a lot nicer. They've changed the layout. So guys, they're always improving and doing new things to their business. So guys, check out this shop. It looks really nice. Here's Gabby at the front desk. You'll see her right when you walk in. And I'll take you guys on a real quick virtual tour and show you guys a little bit about the shop here. So here's all of their BlueShine chemicals. We went over that in some of my other videos. The BlueShine chemicals. There's all your towels. There's a Yeti bucket. I'm getting one of these in my setup. I have a gray one. So looking forward to trying out the Yeti bucket. Let's check out some of these reels. There's 2 vacuum reels, Cox reels, Vacuum Aid. Couple more reels down there. Here's a little steamer. And then, of course, have a couple frames on display. A nice lineup of Koch Chemi. So here's a couple AR pumps, Champion generator. Nice heavy duty extractor head. That's a spotter, a mighty spotter there too. Pretty much everything you need for a setup right here. Here's a brand I haven't heard of, Jescar. They work with a few local brands, guys. Heard of these guys before, Renegade. So here is a Pulte Vapor, and it's going for around 199 bucks. That's not a bad price for a steamer. My steamer was a lot more, but I've been hearing that you can get cheap steamers at a better price. Here's some IK bottles. Wow, that's a nice sprayer. That's pretty cool. It's a little smaller than your average bottle, but it's still super heavy duty, and it's the size of the 32 ounce. So I like how they have a couple plants in here, and they just make it very welcoming in this shop. But I mean, whatever you need, look at this. Some Scrub Ninjas, $3.50 for this. Kind of like that one. Some applicators. We need these for so many things, not just ceramic coating, but we use these to apply for a lot of different things. They have a wide variety of applicators. All of your towel drying rags there. Big hefty duty versions of Meguiar's. If you're in a body shop or you're just polishing all day, you're probably gonna get something like this. You're polishing boats or RVs or something. Looks like a big heavy duty pressure washer, commercial pressure washer cart there. These right here are for these little paper mats. You insert them inside there, and they built those for setups. I've seen a few guys with those. So that's their frame here. You have the combo reels where all of the reels screw into these holes up top. Then the generator slide out screws into these brackets down there. And then on this side, you have a cage where the 100-gallon slim tank slides into. This is an ultra clean section. If you guys are ultra clean fans, some brushes, tire brushes, vacuum attachments. This is my favorite vacuum attachment. I don't know why a lot more detailers don't have this. They usually, most detailers use these little skinny ones, but I like to go use that because it does a larger surface area. And after I get the larger surface area, then yeah, I'll detail it with some of these. But you have a whole section of brushes. Pretty much any brush you can think of. Hard bristle brush, horsehair brush. This is like a soft one for maybe high-end premium rims on a Ferrari or something. More brushes, carpet brushes, tire brushes. And then you have your whole rack full of triggers. I like these gold ones, but maybe I'll try some of the other colors. I have maybe like 15 of these triggers. These are the classic ones, but I kind of fill in some of these other colors. But they are they're exactly the same. They're just different colors. This Blueshine bucket's pretty cool. You have a lid on top. You can sit on it. You have the clear, so you can see your soap and all the water inside there. And these things are a must right here, guys. These are caddies. So it's a cleaning caddy. You put all your stuff in there, and then you either store it in the van, or you can take it to the job site, to the vehicle, wherever. Carry it out of the van and then take it over to the vehicle and have all your stuff ready. Here's a little towel bin, maybe, trash can. Yeah, more buckets here. Blowers up there. Let's see what else we got over here. And then Blueshine t-shirts. Some of their higher end products like ceramic coatings and clay sponges, clay mitts, clay bars. And then here you guys have all kinds of hardware for your quick connect clips. Here's your IK battery powered sprayer. It's a rechargeable battery, so you don't have to pump when you're doing maybe carpet shampoo or brake cleaner. So here they're going to begin the teardown process, and I figured I'd just do a voiceover and kind of narrate what's going on, because it's kind of hard to film and get in these guys' way because they're working in close quarters and they're just basically disassembling stuff. They're unscrewing things, they're drilling out rivets, and you know, it is content and I want to share it with you guys, but it's not the most ultimate content. But me being me, I wanted to get it anyways. And you know, these people at Blueshine, they're super friendly, you guys. Like, they've always been welcoming. So when I asked them if I could film the teardown process, they were like, sure, let's do it. So here we are. They're gonna be taking the doors off first, and they decided to start with the rear first. So I did a little time lapse here, and I think this took them maybe 10 minutes or so, but this time lapse was 10 minutes condensed into 1 minute, and you can see they got one door off already. Now they're about to do the other door, and all this stuff is at Blueshine right now, guys. It's just sitting there in the corner ready to be sold. So I'm trying to get around $2,000, maybe $2,500 for everything. So hit me up if anybody wants this stuff. I got a couple potential buyers, but we'll see. But yeah, so they're disassembling everything. David's about to take out that reel, and that's it. There's the back. So there's a couple bolts that go all the way under the van, and that's what he's doing right now. These are the big time major bolts that go all the way through. So there's 4 of those, and he's removing those because that's what secures this frame and the floor, and there's a few big time bolts like that. And after this part, it moves along pretty quick. So yeah, this was pretty fun to watch, and I got to see the setup, like how it held up and how it performed. You know, did it corrode, did it rust, did it, and I get pretty good care of this thing. But yeah, there's definitely a little bit of wear and tear on it, but for the most part, it definitely is gonna make somebody real happy. They're gonna have a good time with this setup. It's gonna clean up real nice. So hopefully we're able to sell it. If not, I'll probably just donate it to BlueShine and let them do what they want to do with it. But we're about to watch them disassemble this entire setup. Like, they're about to start moving along quicker, but this entire setup comes out in this video. And actually, what happens is, after the van is empty, I drove the van back to Orange County, because where we're at here, we're in Commerce, California, which is about a 40-minute drive from where I live. And all the equipment for the build was at my residence in Orange County, and I had no way of getting it down there unless I had an empty cargo van. So once this van was bare bones and it was completely teared down, I got the keys and I drove it home, and I packed it full of everything, all of my new stuff. So we're gonna see that in the end of the video as well. And stay tuned to the next video, you guys. It's gonna be cool. We're gonna be doing a lot of more stuff. So right here, I'm showing. This is the wall and the frame. It's pretty cool. There's actually an electrical unit on the back.
Fast, man.
I don't think I got any footage of that here, but if you go to my Instagram page, you'll see that I made a short and put a reel together that shows all the electrical. I'm selling the electrical box with it too. So now they're taking out the floor, and if you look to your right, you can see all my equipment there. Reels, vacuums, compressors, generators, shelves, pressure washers. So this is the actual floor. Then you can see these big heavy duty bolts that come through the floor from the bottom where the wood is, and all the way up through the diamond plate. And then there's my bare floor. I painted it and really cleaned it before we built it up, so that floor is like in pristine condition, other than all that dust and stuff there. But David is the master builder at BlueShine. He does it all. He actually used to be a detailer. He cleaned semi trucks. So with his detail business, he was cleaning big, large semi trucks, and so he had a lot of experience doing that. I think he may have had a trailer setup, because I know he was big on trailer setups. He builds a lot of trailer setups. So he's an ex-detailer, and obviously, he evolved into the top tier of this industry, which is now he's building setups for us little guys who just are detailers. But this guy builds a lot of setups, and this setup in particular, he's planning on making it one of his best. So definitely stay tuned on what we're about to reveal, because this setup, where it's getting sidewalls, if you look to your left, you see the fire extinguisher. That whole wall is going to have diamond plate. The roof is going to have diamond plate. We're taking out that partition. That's going to be a custom diamond plate partition, because that one is a kind of a 3D factory type partition that is mass produced for these vans. They're pretty much fit to the factory bolts and everything, but that partition takes up a lot of space. So we need to redesign one so we can relieve like an extra 6 inches or so. So we're getting rid of that diamond plate. That's actually going to be sold with my setup, with everything else. So we're getting rid of this MacShine polish pad holder. Everything that I had MacShine before, I'm still going to have the same stuff, but BlueShine's going to build it and put a BlueShine logo on it. So I kind of wanted to see them take out the partition, but they decided they're going to do that later. And he probably would have did it, but we pretty much wrapped it up right there. And yeah, guys, it was pretty cool. They did this in 30 minutes. So a lot of my followers are getting setups by BlueShine, and I'll be down there every day these next 2 weeks. Today, as I'm speaking, I'm editing this on a Tuesday, so this will be up on the very next day, Wednesday. And here we are getting this last brush holder MacShine thing off, because nothing stays. It's the whole setup is going to be completely redid and rethought of. I literally didn't really have one opinion. David asked me, where do you want to put this? What do you want to do? Do you have any ideas? I just told him a couple things, like I wouldn't mind having a towel drying bar, and I wouldn't mind having his iconic LED lights that he wires through everything. Here we had to empty the water tank. That thing had broke and I couldn't open that valve. So just got some footage of that. I wanted to show this part for those of you guys that are interested in buying the setup, or just people that are just interested and they're entertained by this stuff. So this is the steamer shelf. That's actually the frame right there where the reels bolt into. There's the doors over here. They just left the actual like bottle holders on them still. So I actually have a couple holders on the side that we did take off. But yeah, all those bottle holders are going with the new purchase, whoever buys it. This compressor is gonna go with the new buyer. That vacuum aid's gonna go with the new buyer. The Krenzel stays with me, but you guys could have the Krenzel frame. I don't need the frame. That little blue thing that the Krenzel bolts to, that's actually pretty important for a build. This shelf right here is, going with the new buyer. There's this shelf. That's just rust from when the liquid comes out of the air compressor. When you drain the air tanks, there's rust and stuff. It just wipes off. Here's the water tank too. He's about to unbolt the metal straps. So there's some giant bolts that bolt down that water tank, and those are custom made metal straps that you need those if you're gonna have that water tank. I mean, you could probably use like a tie down or ratchet strap, but this thing they look a lot nicer like with that one. So right there, he's getting that 65-gallon round tank out that was bought at Tractor Supply Co. It's a pretty iconic tank. Farmers use that. It's been around forever. They use it for pesticides. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much most of the footage, you guys. We're about wrapping it up to the very end. I thank you guys for watching this video. If you're liking the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And here he's just kind of test fitting one of the walls. He's giving me an idea of what it looks like.
That looks nice.
And he always puts these in all his setups, and I swear it makes it look so much better.
Yeah,
it's just it's like it turns the van and it makes it look bigger, it makes it look more professional. It just looks a lot better with those walls. So now I'm back at my residence. The van was empty. I just put the 100-gallon slim tank in. This is a 15 inch foot, or I don't know, it's an end cabinet from US General Tools. There's the new electrical reel, Cox reel. That's the air compressor. That's the vacuum aid. So now those are the new things that I got in there. Now I have to put these in there. This is my extractor and that's my steamer because they need all that. They even need the hoses because they need to test fit. Where are we going to hang these hoses? Where are we going to hang this bucket? Where are we going to hang the blower? It all has to be test fit. Again, I appreciate you watching my videos to the very end, and give that button a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you really enjoy these videos, because there's a lot more content just like this coming up, and we will be posting another Blueshine video literally tomorrow or the next day. So pretty much a Blueshine video every day for the next 2 weeks. Stay tuned, guys, and until the next video, take care.